So the plan for today is to give our saw blades here a nice new look. Now, briefly, I thought about going through and actually polishing these wheels, but that's a bit more work than I want to actually put into these wheels, and I want to keep more of the aluminum, kind of the shine to it, but not quite the mirror finish. So again, the plan is to keep this as simple as possible. We have some of this right here, Rust-Oleum aircraft remover, to go through and pull all the failing clear off these wheels. You can see in spots like this and spots like this, all that little like spider webbing where the clear is actually failing, which I've already pressure washed these, used a bunch of wheel cleaner. Nothing's gonna actually fix the failing clear to actually remove it. So again, keeping it very, very simple. We'll go through with this, we'll strip off all the clear coat. Then I wanna go through with 2000 grit, then 3000 grit, then hit it with the aluminum polish right here. That should give us a nice OEM aluminum finish where it's all uniform, it's very shiny, and that's the plan for today. Hopefully all those steps work out. Again, I don't want a mere finish on these wheels. We're not trying to polish them, but a nice like 2000, 3000, some metal polish should give us a very OEM looking finish on these things. Give you guys the before shot of how the wheels are looking currently. The back two wheels cleaned up a lot better. There's still that failing clear you can see, but in terms of like the brake dust, most of it came off, whereas the fronts, they just get a lot more brake dust. You can see it here where all that's like in the clear coat and it's just not going anywhere. I've pressure washed, I've used very aggressive wheel cleaner. It's just not coming out of there, so we'll strip all of it off and it'll be gone. But this is where we're starting. They're really not in bad shape. There's very, very minimal, actually I think there's almost no curbage. It's just where the clear coat's failing up here. That looks kind of like curbage, but it's actually not. Overall, super solid wheels. I just want them to shine and not have this kind of stuff in there anymore. So with this stuff here, the Rust-Oleum aircraft remover, they make it and we can buy it like this in like the tin, or they also offer it in like a spray can. I'm not sure which one's actually better, but my plan is to pour this into a little container and then use a brush and go through and just coat the entire face of the wheel. Whether that works better than the spray can, I don't necessarily know, but that's just the way I'm doing it. So, quick break as the afternoon hurricane does its thing. We'll come back in like 15-20 minutes and it'll be all nice and blue skies again. These are sitting for the time being. And I gotta say, that stuff works pretty well. Well, in this case, because these have a very thin layer of clear coat, so it's coming off very, very easily. If you had like a full painted wheel, thicker clear, it might be a bit more difficult. But so far, it seems to be working very, very well. So I'm not sure if I'll need another pass or not. Once the rain passes, I'll take them out, spray them off, and see what's left. But it looks like it took care of just about all of it. After round one with the aircraft remover, got just about all of the clear off the face section. There's still some down in here, some of the dirt's still there as well. I think I'm going to use the pressure washer. I could have blasted a bunch more off, but for the most part with the hose, it worked pretty well. You guys can start to see some of the shine already kind of coming back. So then I'm going to go through and do another layer of the aircraft remover, use the pressure washer, and that should take everything off. I'm not sure if like this stuff is still clear or what that is exactly. Like I said, the plan was to go through and do 2000 and 3000, some metal polish and call it a day. But if I can get like all of this stuff off and just have that shine, I'll just hit it with some metal polish and call it a day. Because like you can see how shiny this is through here. That would look really good. But I don't want to have all this little like cheetah print stuff in there. So we'll see if that comes off or not, but I might have to go through with the sandpaper and just smooth it out just a bit. Either way, it's fine. Just one way will be faster than the other. So layer number 2, pressure washer, and see where we're at after that. Just got done putting down the second layer of the aircraft remover. This time around, I used the brush to kind of agitate the rest of the clear and some of the dirt down here, and it looks like all of it's gonna come up this time. So these ones and that one. So I'm gonna need a pressure washer. It's all ready to go. Blast it off again, and that should be enough of that to get everything off of it. So the pressure washer obviously was a huge help. So this is our result after round 2 of the chemical stripper and then the pressure washer. Pretty much everything's off. The only issue is still like spots like this where it actually kind of pitted the metal a little bit. I think that's what it is. And you can still see where like something like under the clear coat, it got into the metal a bit. If it wasn't for like that and like spots like this, they would be ready to go. Like how it looks right now, it's fantastic. Just I wish all of this kind of stuff wasn't actually there. So our next step's gonna be 2000, then we'll do 3000, some polishing compound and zero rat. It might be more of a overall brush look to the wheel, but I just want it all to be uniform. I don't want to see spots like this and like stuff like this. I can take out all of that and have a one uniform to look. That's what we're going for. So I've been at the sanding for about 30 seconds and I'm already over it. But on the bright side, the 2000, look over here, I did just pretty much from there to about there, but the 2000's taking out all of this. I haven't done this section yet, but at least in the lip, all these little like squiggly lines, all that kind of stuff, the 2000 is actually taking that out, which is nice. So hopefully, as I go around the 2000, I thought I might need to go a little bit lower, like a 1500, but again, I'm not trying to polish this wheel. I just want a nice uniform look. So hopefully the 2000 will get rid of all of this if I press hard enough. It's not super deep, it's right on the top, so I think it'll be okay. But at least on the bright side, it's working over here. But yeah, it's been about 30 seconds and I'm already kind of over it, and there's a lot to still do. So lots of fun here. Okay, so update. Like I said, I was not having the most fun sanding the wheel down. This one's kind of almost done. I've kind of changed strategies. The original plan was to do 2000, 3000, some metal polish and call it a day. I didn't quite love with the 2000 how the overall finish was coming out. You can see between that one to this one, a bit more dull, kind of that brush look here. So probably from there to about there, I've swapped to the medium steel wool, because this wheel has all the machining marks, like all the little ridges and stuff. It's very difficult to sand, and just the overall, you can kind of see right here, like the overall finish I was getting sanding this section wasn't quite what I wanted, but the steel wool gives me that nice like uniform brush look, what I'm looking for. So I think instead of worrying about sandpaper, I'm just gonna go through the steel wool, do the entire wheel with that, get that nice brush look all the way through, maybe do a 3000 over that, or just call it a day. I like this. I like this brush look a lot. It's not as shiny as this, but we already did it from before. But I really like this brush look here. I might try to hit with metal polish as well, and I might shut up a bit more, but if not, I like this. So no more sandpaper because my hands are killing me, and it's just, it's a lot of work. For some reason, I thought this was gonna be like an afternoon job. No, not even close. So again, swapping to steel wool, get a nice brush look for the entire face, and we should be good to go. But yeah, sanding's not fun. I wish I did have like a machine to put the wheel on and just spin it. I would just hold that one spot, kind of go and go and go. Be much easier, but I don't. So working with what I have, the steel wool is definitely the way to go. So I'm definitely not having a fun time still, but the steel wool makes the process go a bit quicker and it's a bit more abrasive. I probably could have just done like a, I don't know, 600 grit and got pretty much the same result, maybe like 800, because it's a bit more fine, but you live and you learn. I think after I do this and go through, the brush look I think looks pretty cool. So I'm fine with that. I have to just get the lip knocked out with this, and then this will be done. That's probably where I'll stop for today. Like I said, I thought somehow in my head I was going to do all 4 wheels today, but no chance. Alright, so at least for today, we're done. You can see the difference here between the two. This is just the raw aluminum finish versus the brush finish. It still has a bit of a shine to it, but obviously not as much as this. I am curious to see though what the metal polish would do on top of the brush finish. I could still possibly do like a 3000 over top of this, or I could just let it be. It's funny, I did say this is, this is the more simple way of doing this versus going through and actually like polishing the wheel. But the simplest method would have been just to go through and just paint the wheel silver and call it a day. But I do like how the brush came out. So I'm a fan of that. I'm not sure if I should leave it like this, if I should metal polish on top, do a 3000. Should I clear on top of it? I'm not quite sure the finishing step for this just yet, or just leave it as it is. But overall, I think once they're all like this, that'll be a really good look on the car. Like I said in the last video, I am in absolutely no rush to try and put this on the car. If they actually end up on the car, awesome. If not, it is what it is. But in the meantime, giving them a fresh new look, getting rid of all of this kind of junk through here, all the pitting and that kind of stuff, to a nice uniform look is cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Also, if you're currently in Florida looking for something to do this weekend, Euro Tuning is having their Cars and Coffee event this Saturday the 24th. We'll be out there with all the friends, hanging out, having a good time. So looking for an event to go to this weekend, that's one to be at. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.